Thanks for joining us for 60 minutes of all the latest from China and the world. This is News Hour and I'm James Chow. We're going to start first, of course, with the terrorist attacks in India. Local television has quoted the chief commando saying that the operation to dislodge militants at the Taj Palace Hotel is now over. Meanwhile, over the Oberoi, as many as 30 hostages have been found dead. Reports say the newly found bodies have raised the death toll to more than 160. Li Xiang reports.
Throughout Friday night, the Taj Mahal Hotel was wrecked by hours of sporadic gunfire and explosions between Indian security forces and suspected Islamic militants. By Friday evening, 9 gunmen had been killed and 1 had been arrested. A member of India's Marine Commando says the Mumbai landmark was filled with terrified civilians, making it very difficult for the commandos to fire on the gunmen. Hundreds of civilians have been rescued from the hotel, and many are waiting outside the building for news of survivors.
Waiting until the whole situation is over and to see whether there are any Dutch nationals in the group that is still in the hotel.
The same day, Indian forces ended a siege at the Oberoi, another 5-star hotel in Mumbai, after killing the 2 last gunmen holed up inside the building. Commandos also stormed the Jewish outreach center in the city, where they killed 2 militants and found the bodies of 5 hostages. A group of gunmen launched a series of coordinated attacks at 10 sites across the Indian financial hub late on Wednesday night, setting off explosions, firing indiscriminately, and holding tourists captive. One of the most brazen terror attacks in Indian history has left the city shell-shocked. The Times of India reports 16 militants took part in the attack. The newspaper says some of the assailants visited the city a few months ago and lived there for a while, pretending to be students. Lisa, CCTV.
Now let's stay with that story. Saturday saw Indian security forces declaring an end to the siege of militants. Ordinary people caught up in the attacks are now beginning to return home, recalling their fear and uncertainty in the violence. Zhang Yajing has that part of the story.
A group of German tourists who escaped unharmed in the attacks returned to their country on Friday. One of them spoke about the situation at the Marriott Hotel where he had been staying.
We were staying at the Marriott, and originally the Marriott was listed as one of the affected hotels. That information turned out to be false, but we still didn't know where to go. They closed the restaurant and we were asked to go to our rooms, but we did not feel safe. All we could do was watch TV. All stations show the same pictures. It was very worrying. We did not have a good feeling about it, not at all.
A toddler was rescued from a Jewish center targeted by militants and reunited with his grandparents on Friday. The boy's parents were killed when Indian commandos stormed the center the same day, killing 2 suspected Islamic gunmen but failing to save 5 hostages. Several members of the European Parliament caught up in the Mumbai attacks arrived safe in London on Friday. They had been in the city as part of a trade delegation. Most of them stayed at the Taj Palace Hotel, one of 2 targeted by the militants.
But I think in the short term people are going to stop and reflect and worry. It's going to happen anywhere. And clearly all newspapers I've been reading said that they were planning a big one. It happened to be in India. They want to disrupt business, they want to disrupt trade, they want to disrupt community relations. And I just hope that India gets over this and moves.
Authorities are working to find out who was behind the attacks. Responsibility is being claimed by a previously unknown group calling itself the Deccan Mujahideen. A team of FBI agents has been ordered to fly to India to investigate the attacks. Zhang Yajing, CCTV.
Let's go to some reaction to that story. Pakistan's Prime Minister has condemned the attacks in Mumbai. He's also denied that the tragedy has any links with his country. The Pakistani government says it will send its own intelligence chief to India to help probe the violence. Analysts see it as an effort to avoid a crisis with its rival after preliminary reports linked the attacks to Pakistan's biggest city of Karachi.
Pakistan has nothing to do with this incident. Pakistan has no link with this act. We condemn it and we condemned it. The whole nation condemns it. We are already the victim of terrorism and extremism. There had been a bomb blast in Marriott Hotel and all parts of the country, and today I've heard in the plane there was another bomb blast in Bannu or somewhere else.
We're going to update you that story later in the day.